Well, they did it. Tampa Bay Lightning are still your reigning, defending, undisputed Stanley Cup heavyweight champions. Back to back. That's amazing. Winning back to back Stanley Cups. Because winning one is hard. Winning two straight, that's something. And let's consider where they came from. Remember, 2 years ago, they were on the receiving end of the most embarrassing playoff exit in NHL history. 62 wins. They clinched the President's Trophy with about 2 weeks left. And yet they just got completely shelled, swept, and destroyed by a Columbus Blue Jackets team who hadn't won a playoff series ever. You can't get any lower than that. And the only positive from that is you got nowhere else to go but up. And up they went. They won the Stanley Cup last year. It was a crazy season that was paused for several months due to the pandemic, but they played that bubble and won it. It was a playoff that lasted less than 2 months, but Tampa Bay won it. And then we got this shortened season, and Tampa Bay does it again. They went from flat out embarrassment and becoming a joke to becoming world beaters in 2 years. Winning back-to-back cups is very hard. They are only the second team since the Detroit Red Wings did it in the late 90s to win back-to-back. The Pittsburgh Penguins won back-to-back in 16 and 17. And now the Lightning have done it. So the Lightning have won the first two cups of the 2020s. And now, and of course, the big story here, Patrick Maroon, he's won 3 in a row. Because before he won those back-to-back cups with Tampa, he was on the Blues championship run, 2019. So Patrick Maroon is a 3-time Stanley Cup champion, and it's back-to-back-to-back. That's amazing. Andrei Vasilevsky got the Conn Smythe, and let's see, it was a 1-0 game. It was another shutout, another playoff shutout for Vasi, which got him the Conn Smythe. What were his numbers? Okay, here they are in front of me. Okay, his numbers in 23 games, 16-7 record, 937 save percentage, a goals against average of 1.90, and 5 shutouts, including with 3 of them coming within the third round. He had two in the series against the Islanders. One of them being in Game 7, and he had one in the final, which was the one that got him his second cup and the Conn Smythe. So Vasi's pretty much up there, in the upper echelon of great goalies, like Martin Brodeur, Patrick Roy, and of course recent great goalies like John Quick. So yeah, it's amazing what he's doing. And like I said, back-to-back cups is hard. 3 in a row, that's even harder. How hard is it? The last team to win 3 cups in a row, you have to go all the way back to the early half of the 1980s, when the Islanders won 4 straight. 1980, 81, 82, 83. In 84, they were in the final again, going for 5 in a row. But they didn't get it. They were defeated by an Edmonton Oilers team that had this kid named Wayne Gretzky. He didn't really go on to do much. Just won 4 cups, a whole bunch of awards. It was a career leader in goals and points. It's just a mere pittance. But yeah, and I've talked a lot about the Lightning. Let me talk about Les Habitants for a second. All of you say, well, they didn't belong, and this proves it. You're all full of it. Are you kidding? I don't know why people were talking that talk in the Stanley Cup final about this team. They didn't belong. The Canadian division is the only reason why. Really? Explain how they beat Vegas. Explain that. I actually responded to that. I actually gave that response to some ignorant doubter on YouTube. who said, "Well, the Habs didn't belong there." Really, it was because of that division. They beat Vegas. We didn't beat Vegas. They beat Vegas. Explain that. If he said the Canadian this clown said the Canadians were garbage. Really, if they're garbage, what does that make the Golden Knights? Didn't need a seventh game. Did not need a seventh game. Won two of the games in Vegas. But remember, the Canadians are garbage. Oh God, it amazes me. It amazes me the phone narratives that people throw out there to make themselves feel good. This team was for real. This team wasn't supposed to win one playoff game. They won 13 of them. 13. So you're gonna tell me that Canadiens team was garbage? They were fraudulent? Get out of here with that. That's nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. That team kicked ass. They earned the right to be there. And they have to be taken seriously now, even as the league goes back to the original divisions. The Canadian teams will be separated, of course. The Canadiens, Maple Leafs, and Senators will be in the Atlantic Division. The Oilers, Flames, the Canucks will be in the Pacific. The Jets will be back in the Central. Um, they'll have to deal with Tampa because these are divisional foes. But I think they're for real now, and who knows we can see it for them next season and in seasons after this. It's gonna be interesting. So anyway, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning for winning another cup, and congratulations to the Canadiens for their amazing season. It only sucks that the Canadian drought continues for another year. It is now officially 28 years. It's now officially 28 years since the Canadian franchise has won the Stanley Cup. But this was the closest a Canadian team had been in the decade that passed since Vancouver made it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. So the NHL season is over. What a season it was. And something else that's over. NBC's run airing NHL games with Tampa Bay winning the cup tonight. This was NBC's final NHL telecast. 16 years. 16 years of airing hockey. I enjoyed it. I'm great as a hockey fan. I'm grateful to NBC Sports for doing what they did to revamp and pretty much borderline resurrect the sport of hockey after that crippling lockout. Because for the first couple of years, hockey was seen as an afterthought, as a much lesser sport than it actually is. And yet NBC, with its efforts, they really did their part to elevate the sport, make it matter. So as a diehard hockey fan, as the hardcore puckhead, which is my YouTube handle, I just want to say thank you to NBC Sports. Thank you. NBC, without NBC's efforts, hockey would not be taken seriously. It would be just looked at as an afterthought, as an un-American sport, and it wouldn't be put on the pedestal that it should be. And NBC Sports did that, and I'm definitely sure that ESPN, ABC, and Turner will do the same. Because I'm very familiar with ESPN's NHL coverage, and they definitely did the NHL right. And Turner, they'll definitely do it. Turner hasn't really gotten in the hockey game, but I've seen enough sports on TNT and TBS to know they will really cover this. They will really do it right. They'll do that sport justice. So I can't wait for next season with the NHL back on ESPN and ABC, and with the NHL on Turner. That's going to be very interesting. So, as I said, that's it for this recap of Game 5. And that's it for this short but sweet and insane NHL season. It was a hell of a ride. I enjoyed every second of it, every goal that was scored, even the ones against us. But yeah, I can't wait, but I can't wait for next season. But a few things that'll kill the wait to that season into other seasons. Um, the NBA Finals will continue on, and baseball will continue on. The next time I'll be on YouTube, I think I will give like a mid-season report on baseball, see where teams are at. Give a report on where teams are at, because it's been this baseball season's been interesting. We're seeing some crazy things here. So I'll be back around next. I think I'll be back around next Wednesday, that day after the All Star game, to give a mid-season report on this year's baseball season. So stay tuned.